Hello YouTube, this is Eugene with Lugerman, and today we have a video about Russian firearms, early 20th century evolution of guns. We have an inventory of guns and we decided to do a video about it. We have a couple of Nagants, a couple of Tokarevs, and a couple of Makarovs. Here we have three Nagant revolvers with evolution of their existence. This rare example is actually an antique weapon. It's made in Belgium right before the adoption of the guns by Russia. This is 1898. All original gun. Unfortunately had a little bit of modification of the front side, but in the rest of it is an original gun. Second, we have a Imperial 1905 Tula production gun. And lastly, we have also Tula, 1933, just pre-World War II production. These guns went through adoption of 1895, went through World War I, went through World War II, Russian Revolution, and been in service forever. Deemed to be very reliable, very good weapon, good to fire from the pocket. Uniqueness of the gun, if you don't know, if you cock the hammer slowly, you can see cylinder moving up on the barrel. That creates a gas seal. Revolver, or this particular revolver round, is long case. This revolver has a very long ammunition. The case is very long, with bullet fully enclosed, with some of the rim of the case exposed. And interestingly enough, when the cylinder cocks, it goes inside, the barrel goes inside the cylinder, creating a gas seal. When Imperial Russia adopted this revolver, one of the things that they required from Nagant was that this particular design would never be distributed or offered to anybody else in the world. And until this day, there is no other revolver with the gas seal. Advantage of that system, as you know, revolvers have this gas escape gaps between the cylinders and barrels. Therefore, normal revolvers cannot be suppressed. This particular revolver can be suppressed, and KGB earlier in the century took advantage of that and used them for covert ops with suppressors. There was also a KGB version of this Nagant with a shorter barrel and shorter grip. Very hard to find. Later those guns, when they're decommissioned, they were used by sportsmen as target weapons, which are hard to find but available on the market today. So next evolution step was semi-automatic weapon. Revolver was great, very reliable. Bullet was relatively fast, despite of what we have today on the market. The military ammunition from the guns was 1100 feet per second, relatively fast and good penetration. But Tokarev is the next step, designed in the early 30s, came through a couple of evolutions, but adopted before World War II. Semi-automatic weapon allows fast reloading, ammunition was very fast, bottleneck 7.62 by 25, fast penetrating ammunition. A lot of people say that this was a Browning's copy. It is to a degree, if you know early Browning designs, if you know 1903 models and 1911 models. This is a robust combination of a 1903 and 1911 Browning designs. It genuinely made, very simple to manufacture, very simple to service in the field, far easier than the Browning or Colt, cheaper to make, more reliable, overall genius design, with some simplicity involved in it. Despite of what a lot of people know, these guns arrive on the market with grips, with manual safeties inserted for importation law. What general public doesn't know, that this gun by design actually has a safety. The safety of the gun lies in the hammer position. If you have the hammer all the way in, you can cock the weapon simply no problem. If you, on the other hand, have the hammer pre-cock, just like so, the gun is completely locked, you can't do nothing with it, and therefore this is your safety. When you need the gun, we need to engage the weapon, cock the hammer, and now it's operational again. In this position, completely locked. So here we have a Russian World War II gun, a Polish production gun, Chinese production gun. As you can see, serrations were changed post-World War II, and a lot of Russian and Yugoslavian and Chinese design was otherwise unchanged, but the serrations were different. The only gun that is mimicking a Russian early design exactly is a Polish weapon. Quite frankly, World War II Russian guns were made relatively crudely. Their function, but outside appearance, leaves something to be desired. Whereas Polish weapons over higher quality, made on the Radom plant, and beautiful shooting guns. We do restoration work on the Tokarevs. If you have a gun with the safety inserted, we can accommodate the change back to factory condition. We provide restoration, service, and parts, and anything else you might need for the Tokarevs and other Russian weapons as well. Post-war, Tokarev, great weapon, good penetration. Problem is, bullet is fast. 7.62 is not a big diameter. They were deemed penetrating good, but stopping power not so much. Bullet design were not allowed. It was not, kill points were not available. Soft bullets didn't work really well in the gun, and Russia started looking for a man stopper that could be good for overall service, police and military, and came up to a Makarov that was designed in the early 50s. Again, a lot of people say and think this is PPK on steroids. To a degree, that is true, but if you disassemble the weapon, besides having a blowback and having the trigger guard that unlocks the pistol, everything else is pretty much redesigned in the weapon. The mag release is bottom heel release, where most PPKs were side button. The main spring is a leaf spring that allows for more compact grip and a bigger ammunition. A trigger group moved up and a lot simpler than on the PPK. Bullet was enlarged from conventional 380, which is actual diameter is 8.82 millimeter, to an actual 9 millimeter bullet, making it a faster, fatter, better man stopper than 380 ever was. These guns went through a vigorous army testing when they were adopted, and trialed amongst other pistols. That Tokarev redesigned the pistol, Korovin designed the pistol for the trials. There's a bunch of other weapons present, and one of the main things that Russia was testing for is absolute reliability in different environments, and Makarov won hands down, and until this day it's practically unmatched in its reliability, especially in adverse environments. It's good in the water, good in the mud, good in the sand. You can YouTube and find videos of people digging holes with the gun, putting magazines in and shooting them afterwards, freezing them in water, putting them in swamps, and guns continue to function and function flawlessly. This pretty much concludes our video. We're talking about early designs. These were the early designs of 20th century rather. And if you have any questions, you need service or any advice, or you're looking for the weapons, we have some available now. We always try to keep them in stock, and we do a lot of restoration on these early weapons. Give us a call if you have any questions. Till later. Thank you.